All right, everybody, welcome to SR Broadcasting. We're here tonight with SoMo Racing League. This is the Top City Travel B Series at Kentucky Speedway. We got 145 laps here tonight. Looks like we got about 21 drivers out here. Drivers meeting, I believe, is just over. I got Curtis and Nathaniel here in the booth with me. What's up, guys?
G'day, mate.
Good to be here.
How's it going, man?
Another day in paradise.
Another day in paradise.
The dreary lands of Canada.
I'm experiencing what could likely be called winter.
Yeah, you were telling me the other day, man. That's what the coldest you guys had, huh?
Oh yeah, it's like 5 degrees Celsius here, man. It's been like that for the past few days. For us, that is scary.
Tell everybody where you're at right now.
I'm in South Australia, mate.
Yeah.
True blue South Aussie, brother.
It's awesome, man, and he's over here with us in SR Broadcasting, man. That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Awesome how iRacing can put people from all over the place together.
Just to watch cars go around in a circle.
Yeah. All right, give me 1 second. Oh, sorry about that little interruption there. The kid looking for passwords. I don't know no passwords. It bothered me in the middle of this for a password. I can't help you right now, man. Sorry.
No passwords.
Hi, well,
Myself.
we got the season standings up right now. Joe Mitchell is your leader. He's got 937 points and 3 wins this season. Shane Papala has got 929 points and 5 wins. Tom Clayton sits third with 1 win with 782 points. Braden Johnson, who is not going to be here tonight, is going to be taking a provisional. He's got 1 win. He sits fourth with 716 points. And then when you go to your 5th place standings is Brian Neff with 17 starts. He's got 614 points. Adam Baker's got 13 starts, 3 wins, and he's got 605 points. Len McNeese, which I'm not sure if Len's even here tonight either. Len McNeese sitting 7th, 18 starts, 593 points. Then you go to Jay Felton. He's got 14 starts and 591 points. Ron Hollyfield's got 18 starts, 576 points. And rounding out the top 10 in the standings is Lupa Gonzalez with 13 starts, 1 win, and 570 points. And some of these guys that aren't here tonight, man, I'll tell you what, going to take a little bit of a hurting.
It's definitely going to suck to miss the points.
Yeah, I'm seeing some guys out there right now smoking it up. There's something I wanted to... Oh, what I wanted to let everybody know. This overlay here tonight, Adam Baker, the driver of the number 48. Is he out here? Let's see. Yeah, Adam Baker's out here in the 48 Hot Wheels Chevy Camaro. Adam Baker sent me a quick design that he did of the ticker on the top and just threw it my way and said, you know, something he threw together real quick. It was see if it was anything I was interested in. And I liked it, so I took it and made a whole bunch of other stuff with it. So that's what we're breaking out here tonight, the newest overlay that we have in our broadcast system. So hopefully you guys like it, and just give a shout out to Adam. Say thank you for it. I was getting in kind of a, I don't know, a non-design kind of slump there for a little bit, and Adam pulled this up, sent it to me, and as soon as I saw it, I said, oh man, I can do a lot with that. So hopefully you guys like it. If you like it, leave a comment on there, and I'll be sure to let Adam know. Hopefully you guys like it too.
I can definitely say after looking at it, I love it.
Got a lot of good features on here. I put a bunch of stuff in. There's a few more things I need to put on as we go, but got some ideas here and there, so just been doing it. But it was really nice to Adam to throw it together. Adam's really good with graphics design, and he's done some logos for us and stuff. He's done some race banners for us, and then when he did this and threw it my way, I was like, dude, I can run with this.
Definitely, it's always good to have another person helping out.
Yeah. And he's got some, you know how it is, you get in a one-track kind of mind, you start seeing only one thing. It's nice to see somebody else's vision come your way, and then you kind of work with it a little bit more.
Perspective, man, get you past the writer's block, or I guess in this case, artist block.
I got a lot of block, man. I got memory block. Well, it looks like so far there's 21 drivers out here tonight, so it should be a pretty good race. We're going to have stages at lap 40, and I'm not lap 40, lap 45 and lap 90. So should be pretty interesting to see who's going to hurry up and get to the front. About 10 seconds left to qualify, so should be getting ready to hit it. We're going to step off, run our anthem, and then we'll be right back with qualify. So sit tight, everybody. All right, we're back here live with Qualify. Right now you see the 70 of Larry Holloway in that gain. I believe that's a Ford Mustang out there. And he's got fourth right now. Wait for some more drivers to come up with their times. Let's take a look at some other drivers that are out there. Go to Shane Papala in the number 89. He's sitting fifth. See if he can back that up. Got some new paint jobs out there, guys.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of new paint jobs.
That blue and white shape of Apollo definitely stands out for sure. Lime green.
Come to the line for his second lap. He's going to get a 31.389.
And hang on to fifth. Stephen Parks right now in that number 54, sitting in sixth. Waiting to see what Joe Mitchell's going to do when he gets out there. I think he was fastest during warm-up.
He was the fastest in warm-up.
I'm not sure if Joe's... Oh, is he rolling out? All right. I wasn't sure if he was going to qualify or not. I know at SoMo they don't... it's not a mandatory qualify. But if you qualify, you cannot sit in the pits and start from the pits. Where you qualify, you have to start. Take a run here with Joe Mitchell. Be stages at lap 45 and lap 90. 145 lap race here tonight. Should be pretty good. These guys usually put on a lot of green flag runs.
Oh, definitely. This track is definitely one of the more forgiving tracks we have.
It is just bumpy, man.
And those stops midway through is going to make it so that this race just keeps on going. No one's going to drive away and never come back.
Well, let's see what he gets when he comes across the line here. See if he can grab another pole position.
31.179. He's going to need a little over a tenth to be able to get past Baker.
Chris Samard sitting second right now. Kurt Davidson in the 41 sitting in fourth. Mike Grandy, man, in the number 12, having a
different games in the top 10.
Yeah, having a good qualifier right there.
Normally, I'm used to seeing Papala in the first two rows, and this time he's going to be starting in the fourth row. Maybe a little bit different. And it looks like Joe Mitchell will start third with a 31.179.
So Adam Baker going to hold on to that spot right now. 40 seconds left. See Brad Hicks all the way up against the wall. And I don't believe Travis Wall is going to qualify. Travis Wall, he'll probably come from the back to the front. He's pretty quick. I know last night in the trucks, he had a really good run going.
Looks like we'll have 20 cars hit the grid. It's showing that Jay DeBook has manually disconnected from the server.
And what about Wesley Gant? Show Wesley Gant in the server?
It is. He is connected, yes.
Yeah. So I don't see any times from him, so I'm not sure if he's just here to spot or if he's actually going to get out and race. All right.
And now we'll round up qualifying onto the grid.
Yep, gridding up here. Adam Baker is going to hang on to that pole position, wait for these guys to get on the field. We'll call them out.
Interesting to see what Mike Grandy and Kurt Davidson are going to be able to do. We haven't really seen them starting up near the top. Last couple races I've called.
All right, Adam Baker, your pole winner. He's going to be taking these guys to green, and in the first row with him is going to be Chris Samard. Sitting in row 2 is going to be Joe Mitchell and Kurt Davidson. Row 3 is Mike Grandy and Lupa Gonzalez. Row 4 is Tom Clayton and Shane Papala. Row 5 is Jay Felton, Brad Hicks. You want it, Kurt?
Yep. Row 6 will be Stephen Parks and Brian Neff. Row 7 will be Jeff Glockner and David Gainforth. Row
8.
8. Sorry, I forgot how to count. Row 8 will be Larry Holloway and Jeff Sharp. Row 9 will be Travis Wall and Wesley Gant. Row 10 will be Timothy Lewis and Ron Hollefeld, and if he's able to make the field, Jay DeBook will roll out in 21st.
Awesome. Yeah, I use my fingers when I'm doing the rows, man, because I forget real quick. I'll be like, row 1 is this, row 6. They'll be like, dude, what happened to 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Well, it's good to know that.
You run out of fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to wear sandals so I can count my toes.
Start recalling row 1.
All right, this is the Top City Travel, topcitytravel.com. Book your next trip on Top City Travel. This is the Kentucky Speedway 145. Adam Baker on the pole. Adam Baker helped design this overlay. So maybe Adam get himself up there in the winner's circle and we can interview him afterwards and talk to him about it. But we're getting ready to go green, and leader can go anytime the pace car goes off. So we'll wait and see if Adam Baker is going to wait, or is he going to get right on that pedal and get this thing rolling.
Going to wait for a bit. All the way till the green flag, and he's going to get it going.
Adam with a really good start right there. Looked like that car just launched off of there.
Yeah, he really got separation from Joe Mitchell. Joe Mitchell there started third, and it looks like he's going to get a good run into turn 1, and Mitchell's going to clear Samard for P2.
It looks like he was getting a little bit of a push from Joe Mitchell behind him at the start. It's giving us a little bit of a nudge at the start, I think.
Well, they are teammates, so they probably have communication with each other.
Same push me now.
It's like, can you hear me now? Nope. Taking a look back.
Lined in his single file. We got Tom Clayton running the bottom alongside Stephen Parks in a battle for 11th.
Yeah, I was going to say they quickly got single file here.
Definitely a momentum track. You can't make any mistakes, and Lupe Gonzalez is going to use the higher line to try to work past, but Paul is going to keep the line, and Brad Hicks is going to look to do the same.
And Brian Neff right there with them trying to find his way through. Looked like he was going to try and make it 3 wide there for a minute, but thought better of it. Played just a little bit too early for that.
A lot of movement through this field. Gonzalez is going to get a good run on Neff on the high side. How's it going into turn 3? He's going to have to back out, and Neff will keep the position.
Now look how much these cars are bouncing around back there, man. And it looks like we have a challenge for the lead by Joe Mitchell. Adam Baker quickly ducks it down low.
Great move there. We're going to get a run.
Looks like he shut that door really fast on Joe. Joe had a great run going.
Got a little bit of a fight for position 12 as well between Stephen Parks and David Gameforth, and Travis Walsh right behind him on the popcorn position. See if he can make a move himself. And behind him, you've got 2 more cars right behind him as well. We've got a nice little 5-car pack.
And look at that, Jeff Sharp way down on the low side right now.
Holloway is going to gain a position off that. Bottom lane is not a racing line on this track.
I've seen a few guys trying to take a dive on the bottom.
Oh, Wall getting a good run on Parks on the high side out of 2. You will take P12 away from Park.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be long. We see Travis Wall move from the back to the front. Give him probably about another 10 laps, and he'll probably be up there within the top 5.
Oh, wow. We almost had a 3 wide situation between Lupe, Gonzalez, Brian Neff, and Mike Randy. Lupe fell back, but Randy and Neff are still side by side.
Neff's going to get a run on the bottom. They're going to be tight coming out of 2. Neff's not unable to secure the position yet. Gonzalez with a run looking to find a way past these 2.
There's just nowhere to go.
Yeah, we're sitting right now on the top of Jay Felton's car from the roof cam, watching these guys in front. Lupe Gonzalez, Brian Neff, Mike Grandy. And Jay Felton is slowly closing in right now here on Lupe Gonzalez down on the low side. Look like Jay's trying to find a little something there down low. Brian Neff on the inside.
Neff keeps finding a bit of speed on that inside line, but then loses it straight on the straight.
Yeah, definitely that bottom lane, which he's all too familiar through with his short track experience, is not helping at this track, and the higher lane's gaining a lot of time.
Yeah, we seen that last night in the truck race too. That high lane, from maybe the second and a half lane up, seemed to have a better run off. A lot of bumps down in the bottom. I don't know if you watching the cars when they're down low like that, but they are really bumping down there on the bottom. Oh, Lupe Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. In that, as well as Felton, he's going to have a huge amount of damage to that front.
Yeah, Felton's going to want to get that hammered out a little bit on his next pit stop. Could have been a lot worse. Thankfully, Felton's probably thankful that it didn't turn out any worse than it is.
The best looking car coming out of that is definitely the 12 of Mike Grandy. Very little damage, a little bit bend to the spoiler, but nothing too significant.
And he held his position out of it too.
And Kurt Davidson right now sitting in 4th. Shane Papala slowly closing in on him in 5th. And they are teammates.
Oh, Joe Mitchell got alongside of Baker going through the apron there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you see these 2 guys, they will throw that car in down low. We've seen many times Adam Baker just throw it in down on the bottom and hope it sticks, and then you see Joe do it a lap or 2 later. So guys are no strangers to throwing it in there.
Yeah, we got Neff trying that low line again, but every time he just loses it. And
he had a much better run through that second lane that he was getting though.
And look like we have a chance to go 3 wide here with Neff and Tom Clayton. And looks like Travis Wall will get in front of both of those guys. Travis Wall going to work. Oh, Travis Wall in the wall.
Take some damage, lose some momentum.
And Joe Mitchell does make that pass. We missed it. Joe Mitchell out front. Here comes Chris Simard now for third.
Huge run, and Baker using that apron to gain any time he lost there that Simard was gaining. He will hold second.
And those three have taken off pretty much.
Looks like lead 3. From Simard back, it is 2 seconds to Papala.
All across the field, we've got people trying to go too wide, trying to take the positions by going low. And every single time, the high line seems to be winning.
Yeah, you know, as much as you know that high side is better, you still got to dive it in there somewhere, you know?
You got to try, man. You got to try.
Just one of those things. You know, yesterday when I was running in the trucks, I was trying to save fuel and get myself to the end without running out. And as you see them closing in on you, you know what I mean? It's hard to keep off of that throttle because you're racing. You want, you know, it just doesn't make sense to race and slow down.
Space is definitely a requirement, especially with saving.
We're looking right now, Lupa Gonzalez in 12, Brian Neff in 11. Brian going to have the advantage on the outside. We're looking for lap 45 for stage number 1. Let's go back a little bit. Ron Hollyfield right now sitting in 20th in that number 7. Jeff Glockner in the 24 is in 19th. Timothy Lewis is 18th. Timothy likes to start in the back. And Wesley Gant in that number 10 right now, jumping up to 16th. Going to move Larry Holloway to 17th. Jeff Sharp fighting with the 101 of David Gameforth. Looked like there was almost a little bit of contact between them. The number 54, Stephen Parks, right there with these guys.
Gameforth crosses him over, looks for a run on the bottom. Is he going to get it? No. And alongside using the bottom line with the top line and get an advantage, and will Gameforth be able to clear him?
He's got him right now to the line. We'll see if he can hang on to it going through 1. So that'll move Gameforth up to 13th. And look, right in front of them again, also Lupa Gonzalez, side by side.
Felton get tight. Felton's going to lose a lot of time there. Neff possibly looking to make it 3 wide. He's going to think better of it.
Meanwhile, front, Baker's just made a dive on Mitchell. He's going for first on the low line.
Contact between Neff and Felton. It looks like Neff gave him a little bit of a bump.
You just had the lead from front. Baker just took the first place position from Joe Mitchell.
Yeah, Adam Baker back to the front. Joe Mitchell not too happy about it. Look at the run he's getting. He's going to close in on that back bumper.
Run riding that draft. What's he going to do? He's going to stick with them there and keep in the draft for a run down the front stretch.
Now, we're talking about how the low line just isn't quite working, but Baker just made that line work. Did it on final 2 turns and then used the below the yellow line at the front.
It looks like the clean air helps out there, but the dirty air just doesn't help it.
You see Baker hanging down low. Right now, Chris Simard falling back just a little bit, back and forth. All by himself here is Shane Papala. And then we go back to Brad Hicks. Where did Brad Hicks start? I believe he started a little bit further back, didn't he?
He's running 5th. He's currently +5.
And then right behind him is teammate Kurt Davidson in that number 41. And then you have Mike Grandy having a great run here, sitting in 7th. But here comes Travis Wallen at number 44, followed by Tom Clayton in the 66.
Clayton looking to the inside of Wall. Clayton's going to get a little bit of the apron coming on exit. He's going to have to lose his running, give the position back to Wall.
And look at Kurt Davidson side by side with Grandy.
Davidson running that low line. It looks like he's going to lose a couple of spots as Wall looks to make a pass on the outside line.
And Travis Wall going to just go right on by.
Tom Clayton taking position 2 on the outside.
Yeah, I was going to say, Clayton seen that door open. He's going before that door closes. Let's go back here to Jay Felton again. I see him now on the inside of Stephen Parks, and he is being chased down right now by Brian Neff and the 101 of David Gameforth.
Yeah, Phelps has been down that low line for about 3 laps. He's been trying and trying and trying. As he's done it, everyone else has started catching up.
Even the 10 of Wesley Gant getting into that battle right there.
Yeah, that damage can't be helping him. It looks like he might be lacking in the straightaway speed of some of these cars.
Yeah, he needs to tuck it up behind somebody and just wait for that lap 45 to come through. Meanwhile, back up front, Joe Mitchell still chasing down Adam Baker. Adam Baker right now has got 15, coming to 16 laps led.
They're starting to leave Chris Samard in the dust. They're starting to just take their own race.
And you know, it's funny. These two up front are running hard. You would think that their tires would burn out a lot faster. If I was Chris Samard being in that third place spot, I'd be thinking in my head, well, they got to burn them up and then I'll catch them. But man, so far they are just going.
The draft is also very powerful, and being on his own, he's going to have to either slow down for shape and pile or just stick it out and try and catch up later.
It definitely looks like
couple guys coming in.
Shape and pile, yeah.
We got some guys get a short pit for tires. I wonder if that strategy could help or if it's going to end up burning them.
Shea Papala and Travis Wall coming in right now.
Personally, I like to believe that Papala was just being bored driving on his own. Probably able to do his tactics and slow drive.
Well, I know they can't make it to the stage on fuel, so here's a few more guys getting ready to come down pit road.
Thinking it's a fuel stop to try to get themselves to the end.
He's going to be into the pit. Both Adam Baker and Joe Mitchell coming in.
Good idea. Good idea. There's third and fourth go in, so they may as well go in as well.
And we got a bunch of guys coming in now. So that's going to give the lead up to Chris Samard. And it looked like these guys had a pretty good stop. I don't see anybody backing up. Oh, Tom Clayton having to back up in his spot. Going to lose a couple seconds.
Did Hicks and Clayton miss their box?
Oh.
It's going to hurt for time. And Baker and Mitchell are going to be down and away. Baker will keep the lead.
And here comes Chris Samard. Chris Samard got out. He got to lead a lap. He's coming in for his pit stop. Brandy's in. Gainforth is in. Timothy Lewis is in. I believe Jay Felton.
I gotta say, I'm absolutely impressed. Shea Papala came out of the pits, into the middle of traffic. Half the traffic going into the pits themselves, and the other guys staying out. And you managed to just weave straight through all of them and get right up front and just drive off.
That's amazing, man. Fresh tires. So that's going to put Kurt Davidson in the number 41 up in the front. Kurt Davidson is going to get 2 laps led. He's going to get some points for leading that lap. So we'll see what Kurt's plan is here now. Looks like he's getting ready to come into the pits maybe. Or he just let those guys go by because they are on fresher tires.
Like Wesley Nat missed his box too. That's going to hurt him time.
And Lupa Gonzalez running second. Jeff Sharp running third. Let's see what these guys do. Kurt Davidson staying out again.
Looks like he might have the right idea. He's not losing too much time.
He could be trying to stretch it. I know we've seen Adam Baker do that before. Adam Baker stretched it quite a few times where we didn't think anybody could make it to the end, and he surprised us all. So I wonder if that's what Kurt's doing. I know he was going to do it last night in the trucks, and it got him a second-place finish.
And none of these laps matter whether you win the stages or not. It's all about the last lap.
See Jeff Sharp leaving the pits. Brad Hicks right now in 7th. Shane Papala in 6th. Joe Mitchell in 5th. Adam Baker in 4th. Larry Holloway in 2nd. And in 3rd. Lupa Gonzalez in 2nd. And Kurt Davidson still staying out front.
I was going to say, like, Adam Baker and Joe Mitchell go into the pits, go back out of the pits, and just go back to what they were doing. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Still fighting it up.
Well, they're still fighting. They're still gaining time in the leaders. That's the important part.
That's what I meant. Nothing's changed. They're still fighting.
Yep.
All right, so the only ones that haven't come in yet are Larry Holloway, Lupa Gonzalez, and Kurt Davidson. We'll have to keep an eye on those 3 and see if any of those 3 drivers are going to come in.
think the quicker the better at this point, with Baker and Mitchell shuffling themselves out as quickly as they are.
And you see Brad Hicks just get around second place Lupe Gonzalez. That's not for position. But Lupe Gonzalez definitely slowing down a little bit. I believe he is in fuel conserve mode also, as long as with Kurt Davidson. Yeah, I can hear it.
Going a lap down, I think this is a great strategy.
Let's jump inside with Kurt, because I do believe I hear some clutching going on. Take a lap around with Kurt Davidson. See him approaching one little. Yeah, listen.
He is.
Oh.
Clutch is going in, so I think Kurt is. I think Kurt is definitely dedicated now.
Brilliant. He's doing the clutching early, so he doesn't have to do it later. Oh, now he just shut it straight off. Wow.
Wonder how long he's planning to run with that thing.
I think he's going to.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
They say at some point he's going to have to put that thing in the pits and put it full of fuel. He's going to be sitting in there for a while if he wants to run this thing out.
I think he's just hoping to make it. I think he's just hoping to make it to lap 45, maybe. You see he moves over to let Brad Hicks go by. Brad Hicks will get back on the lead lap, getting in front of 41 of Kurt Davidson.
What he's going to want to do is try and grab onto Kurt Hicks, just hold on to it for the draft.
If Davidson can do this, much of the field will still be a lap down. Great for strategy.
He's taking a big chance right there. Go back to Tom Clayton in 8th, Brian Neff in 9th, Mike Grandy in 10th. Side by side, it was Stephen Parks going around the 53 of Lupe Gonzalez. So it looks like Brad Hicks is your last car on the lead lap right now, because he did get by the leader. So you'll have Brad Hicks, Shane Papala, Joe Mitchell, Adam Baker, Larry Holloway, Lupe Gonzalez, and Kurt Davidson right now, all on the lead because 3 drivers did not go in.
I mean, very interesting little fight going between Ron Holofield and what's his name, David Gameforth. They were having a little duel together and suddenly get caught in traffic, and Holofield just left them in the dust. But by the time Gameforth got out of there, he lost so much time.
And look at that, we were almost 3 wide back there with Jay Felt and Chris Samard, and I want to say the 73 of, no, not the 73 of Jeff Sharp. Could have been the one-on-one of David Gameforth.
Yeah, they were trying to weave their way through traffic. And Gameforth came out the worst for it.
I'm hearing from pits, Travis Wall has taken his car behind the wall.
Oh man, that's too bad. He had a good fast car going on there tonight.
Had a great run going, but I guess he just decided he'd had enough, or he was running into mechanical issues.
Yeah, we've seen him make contact with the wall, so I wonder if that really did some damage to him. We see David Gameforth and Chris Samard, but that is not for position. Chris Samard 2 laps down.
Well, I saw Wall hit the wall just before the pits and went flying into the pits at high speed, so he probably had a penalty as well as damage. We just went, nah, I'm done.
Yeah. We see Stephen Parks now trying to get by the leader and get back on the lead lap. And then you see the 4 of Timothy Lewis there also. And we are at lap 37, looking for lap 45 for stage number 1. So far, it looks like Kurt Davidson may have a good idea.
It looks like he's got the right strategy right now. He's got to make it 8 more laps, though. Can he do it?
And who does he really have to worry about is Adam Baker.
I'd say he's about a full quarter of a lap ahead of him at least, maybe even more.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. Because right now Adam Baker is running a 32.328. Kurt Davidson's running a 34.106. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be really close.
So at this pace, he will just be catching Davidson at the stage.
Now Davidson's holding on to the guys around him as well, so he's going to get some drafting help along the way.
It's looking like Davidson has the right plan here to save as much as he can, because the leaders shouldn't get to him by the time he gets to the we meet stage.
You see Timothy Lewis in the 4 and 11, the 54 Stephen Parks in 12, and then a little bit further back is the 7 of Ron Hollyfield. Right there, Chris Samard. I'm not sure what happened with Chris, how he ended up so far back, but looks like he's doing all right now, starting to pick them off one by one. Larry Holloway still staying out, holding on to second place, and Lupe Gonzalez, another driver that stayed out. He's sitting in third, and looks like he may be closing in a little bit on Larry Holloway. Go back to Adam Baker in fourth. Let's take a look from Adam Baker's window, see if we can see the leaders up front.
While that's going on, we've got a little bit of a duel going on between Mike Brandy and Brian Neff. They've been kind of hanging out together for a few laps, but now Neff's trying on the inside. He might get Grandy on the inside, sorry.
That's a nice looking car he's got there too.
Oh yeah.
And that is for 9th place, Brian Neff in 9th, the number 12 of Mike Grandy in 10th.
Ooh, Grandy got a little bit loose there. It looks like he put his wheel on the yellow line and almost lost it. Good car control.
Oh, that was bad yesterday in the trucks.
Interesting. Tomorrow we get into the Cup cars.
Oh, that's going to be a nightmare.
Might actually be at that one.
We got Ron Hollyfield in 13th, the 101 of David Gameforth in 14th, and the 9 of Jay Felton in 15th.
Quickly to say that we've got Kurt Davidson. His last little bit of drafting help just left him, so now he's out of the zone. So from this point onwards, however much fuel he can save.
Currently 6.9 seconds is Baker's separation to Davidson. We'll be close.
And we're at 42, coming to lap 43. If he can keep that car going in the right direction, I believe he's going to get the stage win.
Yeah, I don't think Baker will have enough time. He's got multiple cars to pass as well.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of traffic in the way. Speaking of, we've got a little bit of a fight between Lupe Gonzalez and Larry Holloway for second and third, respectively.
Lupe's going to get that on the bottom line. Plus Holloway's going to get a good run on the outside. He will deny the high line to Lupe Gonzalez.
And Lupe Gonzalez is good at saving tires, so I know he was saving a little bit of fuel there. He probably knows he has enough to make it and can push a little bit harder. But here comes Adam Baker now. Adam Baker is going to take third. And he should take it right from Larry Holloway. Baker does have the fresher tires.
Dive it in. Is Holloway going to do anything to try to fight it back? No.
And Lupe Gonzalez now.
So no, Kurt Davidson is holding on for dear life, just praying that Lupe can slow down.
He just needs to get across the line right now, and he'll make it because it's going to come out.
Stage winner Kurt Davidson. What a hell of a strategy. The line, and Baker will finish third.
And that is your stage right there. Wow. I'll tell you what, that's going to open up a lot of eyes to a lot of different drivers here about saving fuel for that next stage. So
how many drivers are we going to see saving next stage?
Oh, it's going to be tough. So your simracingapps.com stage results is Kurt Davidson in first, Lupe Gonzalez in second, Adam Baker third, Joe Mitchell fourth, Larry Holloway hangs on for fifth, Shane Papala does finish sixth, Brad Hicks takes seventh, Tom Clayton eighth, Brian Neff ninth, and Mike Grandy takes 10th. I'll tell you what, man, Gonzalez, Davidson, and Holloway, three drivers that stayed out and ran a fuel race right here. I wasn't really sure how this was going to end up for Kurt Davidson, but, man, he did it.
Not just that. Kurt, the second guy was also Lupe Gonzalez, so first and second were fuel savers.
Good,
amazing.
The question I've got to ask now, will he be able to save enough for the final stage to be 55 laps?
That's going to be close. I got a feeling, though, you're going to see somebody like Adam Baker, who is known for saving fuel for these stages. You might see him coming out and staying out for this next run. You might see Kurt Davidson do it again.
Or the entire opposite. You might find someone just pushing it hard to try and catch him. Because if you catch up to these guys, they're just fish in a barrel.
Fish in a barrel, and we need some hooks. All right, let's see. Kurt Davidson brings him down pit road. See if Kurt Davidson can get out first. Oh, Joe Mitchell having to back up just a little bit. Going to cost him a couple seconds. That'll be a spot. Kurt Davidson now, left side's going on. Now he'll have his car down first. Does he get out in front of Adam Baker? And it looks like Kurt Davidson might have got out first.
By about a fender.
Wow. That was a good stop.
Want to go out and get a lottery ticket, man.
He needs to do something with a 45 and however many gallons of fuel was in there, and do something with them numbers. So you got your stage 1 winner, Kurt Davidson, in the number 41. And you're watching the Top City Travel, topcitytravel.com, Kentucky Speedway 145 here at SoMo Racing League. That was definitely a great run there, man. 45 laps. The only caution came out because of the stage, and these guys were fighting it out, man. Kurt Davidson, Lupa Gonzalez, and who was the other guy? Larry Holloway. 3 drivers that decided to stay out and stretch the fuel. I want to talk to Kurt, but I'm afraid I don't want to give him the whammy. I guess I got to grab Motto Care. Lights are still on, right?
Yep, lights are on. We have at least 2 laps left.
Kurt Davidson, this is the SR broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, dude, I don't know, man. We were kind of skeptical about you being able to hold off Adam Baker and them guys at the end and actually make it to the end. Man, congratulations on that stage win, bro. What's going through your mind right now?
Well, I don't run this series for points, so I'm kind of win or lose. You know, I'm out here to win a race, and I don't have a speed to compete with the 48 and 18 and maybe a couple others. So roll the dice, and saw something in practice. I knew I could make the first stage, so I went for it. I learned something last night from it. So
awesome. Yeah, I was just going to ask you too. I know you ran last night in the trucks. Feeling about the same out there? Feeling a little bit better or worse?
Oh, it's terrible. It's extremely tight.
Is it really?
Yeah, it very, very, very tight for me at least.
Well, dude, you started 4th. You got the stage win. That was a great move you had there, man, saving fuel and staying out, man. Glad to see it work out for you. Weren't really sure which way it was going to go, but good luck to you, man, on this next run.
All right, thank you.
All right, good luck, bud. Yeah, that was quite impressive right there, man, to be able to stay out and hang on to it like that.
I wonder if that's the same plan again and what he's going to do for the last stage. That's where I'm wondering.
I wanted to ask him, but I didn't want to give away any secrets.
You know what the answer would have been. Sorry, sir, that's classified.
Classified information until the checkered flag drops.
That's it.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
So now Kurt Davidson looks like he's gonna keep the inside. Leader can go anytime the pace car does move, or you can wait for green. So we'll wait and see if Kurt Davidson's gonna step on that pedal real quick, or is he gonna wait for the green flag? Because a lot of these guys anticipate these leaders going as soon as the pace car goes off. And if you watch through the field, you see a big stack up sometimes. A lot of guys get a lot of nose and rear damage, man, from jumping the gun.
Makes it more fun. But yeah, the key to leading these packs is unpredictability.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best for you and the worst for everyone else.
And he does wait a little while, but he does go before the green. So Kurt Davidson gets himself a good jump there. You see Shane Papala giving his teammate Brad Hicks a push like crazy on the inside to try to get around Adam Baker. Joe Mitchell to the outside.
Question on my mind is Kurt going to try and fight
Joe into the wall. I believe that was Tom Clayton that had to make an evasive move to miss him. Almost gets into the 60 of Brian Neff.
Like Neff has some front end damage right now, so I don't think he got away. He did get into Neff did hit Clayton on the way by. He will take substantial front end damage as well.
Adam Baker looking.
Yeah, I think he's going to get him pretty quick. I don't think Kurt's going to try and fight this too hard. He's already shown he's here for the fuel.
Yeah, and Kurt knows these guys are really fast. Kurt's a smart driver. He'll figure it out. He's
Kurt's
got
looking on the inside. Try to get a run on Baker. Baker sticking to his normal line. How's the run going to work? It doesn't look like he's going to get a run off the corner.
And if you look, the 41 Kurt Davidson, the 86 Brad Hicks, and the 89 Shane Papala, they are 3 teammates right there. Although they are teammates, it's still every man for himself, you know?
Ain't no Ferraris in here.
A little further back in the pack, one Holford had a bit of a scary moment. Put one wheel over the yellow line in the corner and started going on a bit of a slide. But he saved it off the officials. He's
We're going to
come
have
back up again.
contact between Parks and Grandy. Grandy making a nice save. What a save.
Parks with some front end damage, and it looks like Grandy with a little bit of rear damage on that, but shouldn't be too bad. 101 David Gameforth going to take advantage of that.
Gameforth's going to get the position. Lupe Gonzalez looking to work faster on Hollefeld. Hollefeld on the outside. Felton on the high side. Sharp gets stuck there, and Hollefeld goes to the inside to trap Sharp.
Gotta love these restarts.
Every way you look, there's something going on this track. Back up here to Clayton in 5th. He's kind of sitting by himself. You got Shane Papala all over the back bumper of the 89 of Brad Hicks, trying to push these guys forward. They would love to get in front of Adam Baker.
All 3 of these guys are going to have to work together if they want to get Baker. Baker is quick.
Without any drafting up as well, just on his own. Apparently he can take on all 3 of these guys.
And right now, looks like Chris Amard is your first car lap down. And Larry Holloway also a lap down.
And a little tidbit of something happened during the caution. I think Larry Holloway ran out of fuel coming down the entry to pit road, so he had to take a tow.
Mike Grandy into the wall, and we'll be 3 wide for a minute with the 54 and the 70.
And Holloway is going to come out big there.
Yeah, we've seen Grandy hit the wall, get stuck on it, and these guys did a great job moving out of the way. So Shane Papala in 2nd. Kurt Davidson moves back to 3rd. Brad Hicks in 4th. Shane Papala, maybe they figure he's the faster of the 3. They're going to try to push him forward to get Adam Baker. Shane Papala with
2 laps to go at the line. I think Baker was faster by 0.3, so they had to make a little bit of a change in lineup there.
Yeah, and Shane Papala with 5 wins in this season. In this series, I mean.
Paula 1/10.5 quicker than Baker that time by. That change was the right idea.
And Timothy Lewis now looking low on the 60 of Brian Neff. Brian Neff with front end damage. Timothy Lewis with rear end damage. You can make 1 good car and 2 junk cars out of that.
Neff has a little bit of rear end damage too.
Lewis not able to do anything with that run. You see right behind him in 8th is Joe Mitchell. Joe Mitchell slipping backwards just a little bit.
Paula reeling in. He's going to be within a 1/10 this time. By on Baker's back bumper.
And one thing we always say about Papala, whatever series he's in, he's not great on the initial start. He doesn't have a super fast car most of the time on the very start. But give him about 7 or 8 laps on that car, and that thing starts coming to life. And we're starting to see that right now.
He is deadly in the long runs.
A little bit of a 3-way going on between Brian Neff, Timothy Lewis, and Joe Mitchell. Neff went for a bit of a dive on the corners, but Lewis just did the switch around on him, took the inside line, and actually got past him.
You can't get any closer than what those guys are doing right now.
Oh no, I'm just waiting for Netcode to kill them. They're getting really close. Damn good racing.
And it looks like Brad Hicks gonna go around Kurt Davidson. Kurt Davidson gonna move back to 4th. Tom Clayton still sitting in 5th.
Kurt might be starting his fuel saving.
Hey, what's up there, Roll Film? We let's take a jump on the roof with Shane Papala sitting in 2nd. Take a couple laps around with Shane as he chases down Adam Baker in the lead.
So a little funny side note, Timothy Lewis and Brian Neff fighting it out, and Joe Mitchell just watched this and decides, nah, I'm going to pass you both at the same time, and takes them both on the outside.
Let's jump back here with Timothy Lewis sitting in 8th. 60 of Brian Neff right there in 7th. Timothy Lewis looking down low. And Joe Mitchell, now that he's gotten by, he's got a little bit of clean air in front of him.
Lewis will complete the pass.
Brian Neff going to take a look now low.
Yeah, this has been happening for like 3 or 4 laps between these two. They're just constantly fighting it out. That's why Mitchell just glided past them like they weren't there.
Using a slightly higher line, denying Lewis much room in the racing surface. Top lane's going to come in. Lewis is going to have a good run. Will it be enough? No. Neff will have the advantage going into turn 1.
I'll tell you, man, it's tough. I'll tell you what, Brian Neff's doing a really good job down there on the inside, though, man, to hold on that long.
Behind him, you get another little 3-way as well between Lupe, Felton, and Sharp. Same dance with different parts.
Mama don't dance anymore. I forget where I heard that from.
I don't know, but it sounds cool.
Hey, what's up, Nate? Not you, Nathaniel, another Nate. Saying hi in the chat.
It's an imposter, I swear. I say, Shape and Parler's been really pressuring Adam Baker up front. He's got it right on his tail, gone for a few mock passes here and there. He's not making it easy on him.
No, he is really trying to get Adam Baker to mirror drive that thing. Let's look back from Adam Baker for a little bit. Watch the front of that Mustang that Shane Papala's driving. You see that thing bouncing all over the place, man. This is a really cool track with all these bumps.
I think the only one worse than this before it got a rescan was Pocono.
I know a lot of people don't like these bumpy tracks. I mean, I like them because I think when you're out there riding them, you know, it's fun because it's really challenging to try to work with it. And look at Shane Papala, man, gets right to the back of that car, just cannot get by.
I'm watching, just waiting for a bump, but it's just not coming.
No, I don't think Shane will do that. Well, I say that, and look. Never mind.
Look on that Mustang.
Never mind.
Just trying to read the license plate.
Yo, I don't know if you ever looked at the back of Adam Baker's car, but it does say, I am second. So I think Shane Papala is just trying to let him know you're going to be.
Buddy, you're not second yet.
Like, let me go to the front of, go from the nose of Shane Papala here. You see right up there it says, I am second. I think Shane just wants to confirm that.
Does he actually know if he's not second?
Oh, here he goes. Man, look at him. He threw it in.
Crossover there from Baker.
He threw it, man.
Wow.
That was definitely a good shot right there. You look right now, Kurt Davidson moved up to 3rd. Tom Clayton in 4th. Brad Hicks fell back to 5th. And Joe Mitchell right now sitting in 6th. Lupe Gonzalez in 7th. Tom Clayton going to take a look down low.
I
It's
do
got a
believe
pretty
we'll be
busy little
starting.
pack here.
I do
Sorry,
believe
Red.
we'll be starting pit cycle soon too.
Yeah.
We got a
Once
pretty busy
everyone
little pack
decides
back
to
in 8th
save.
to 10th. Like 3-car little pack 8th to 10th. They're all sort of fighting out a little bit. It's not getting heated yet, but it's definitely getting a little interesting.
Yeah, look at Jeff Sharp there in 9th. David Gainforth in 10th. Jay Felton in 11th, man. They are kind of stuck around each other right now. They can't really get by.
Just give the idea. At the moment, Jeff's up in front with Gameforth behind him and Felton in front. But last lap, it was the exact opposite.
Felton
So-
got most of that damage fixed. He's getting a great run there on Gainforth.
And Sharp does move into 9th. Let's see if Jay Felton able to take 10th away. And Gameforth gonna hang on to it. Let's go back up front to Papala and Baker. They're still about the same. Let's go take a look through the field here real quick. Let's go back to Mike Grandy. Severe damage on the right side of that car. Hanging on to 14th though right now. Wesley Gant in that number 10 sitting 13th. Jeff Glockner in the number 24 sitting 12th. Looks like he's still got a pretty clean car from what I see. Jay Felton in 11th. David Gainforth in 10th. Let's go through the top 10. You got Adam Baker up in the front. Shane Papala second. Kurt Davidson third. Brad Hicks fourth. Tom Clayton fifth. Joe Mitchell sixth. Lupa Gonzalez seventh. Brian Neff eighth. And it looks like Jeff Sharp going to 9th. And David Gainforth 10th. No, Jeff Sharp was 9th. My bad. And look at Adam Baker and Shane Papala, man. Shane has not let him get away.
You're just going at it back and forth.
And he's going to try again.
All to the inside again. What's Baker going to do? He's going to go all the way to the wall. Is he going to prepare for a crossover? Not this time. He's going to defend the position on the high side. Papala sticking to the low side. Papala tucking back in.
Looked like Baker stayed a little bit lower, not to give him that much room.
Left him very little throttle space, and that was a good move on Baker's part.
What Shane needs to do is try to get up on the outside, man, and just motor by.
Yeah, but definitely for sure, Adam Baker is not letting him do that. He keeps taking the outside lane for himself.
If Papala wants it, he's going to have to make a move on the high side, running the wall.
And we got Kurt Davidson, Tom Clayton, and Brad Hicks now shuffling positions. It looks like Brad Hicks now going to move up to 3rd. Down low is Kurt Davidson, and Tom Clayton going to try to come up behind him. Don't know if he's going to stick back there or try to make a run.
Baker and Papala almost running mirror times, only 8 1,000ths of a second separated them that time by. Baker gets a little bit of the wall there. Papala slows up for him, doesn't give him a bump. Baker will hold the lead for the moment.
We're back inside with Shane Papala now. And Shane started 8th. So we knew he had a really good car there. Usually you see him start up in the front. Didn't really do real good with qualify, but once those tires get worn in a little bit, man, that car just comes to life.
Yeah, it really looks like two different drivers from that first lap to lap 8 to 10. He just starts to come to life, as you were saying.
And if you saw right there going into 3, it looks like Shane Papala really had to back off. Otherwise, he would have ran right over Adam Baker.
Definitely a lot of time lost there. Baker ran a 33.013 and Papala ran a 33.069. There's definitely a lot of time lost in that corner.
Brad Hicks in 3rd, kind of by himself. A little bit further back, Kurt Davidson in 4th and Tom Clayton in 6th. Where did Tom start tonight? He started 7th and currently sitting 5th. And it looks like he's going to be coming down pit road. Let's see if anybody else is coming down. Looks like Clayton is going to be so far an alone taker here.
had a little bit of an impact between Brian and the lapped car, Stephen Parks. Parks is trying to unlap himself from everybody. He's been flying through the pack. But he did clip Neff on turn 3. And Neff always lost his position to Jeff Sharp after.
Clayton does get a good stop. We'll keep the pit timer up for a minute and see what kind of time he gets in the pits here. 11.5, not too bad. We'll wait to see if Adam Baker or Shane Papala is going to come in. Brad Hicks.
Or is Kurt Davidson going to get another one, fuel strategy?
Had an impact between David Gameforth and Jay Felton. Felton was on the outside, and then Gameforth went for a bit of a dive, and unfortunately he sent Felton into the wall. Felton didn't get too much damage by the looks of it, but you know, lost all that track position as well as a lot of time.
A lot of time lost there.
Quite possibly some front right damage for sure.
And Brian Neff.
But I think that just killed that.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to a pit stop here.
Let's see the question, when are they going to pit? Because one of the cars have already pitted. I think it was Ron Hollifield. I saw him in the pits earlier.
I believe Timothy Lewis pitted, Tom Clayton pitted, Ron Hollifield, Stephen Parks, David Gainforth now.
Yeah, Hollifield did a really, really early pit earlier on. I guess we're right in the middle of pit cycle now.
So it makes me wonder, I can't imagine that Adam Baker's going to try to stay out. He had to have been running that thing really hard. Especially being chased by Shane Papala. I can't imagine that he was saving any kind of fuel. I know we've seen it before, though, with Adam Baker. A couple of times he's gotten a win by saving fuel where, I mean, honestly, you really would think there's no possible way anybody could make it, and he made it. So, I don't know. I'm curious to see which way he's going to go here.
Right now, he hasn't started fuel-saving measures, but there's still 8 laps. I think he might be okay to just race the rest of the stage.
Wow, I can't believe how many laps we've been through already. Wow, look at this mess back here. Brian Neff, David Gainforth, Tom Clayton on fresher tires, and the 10 of Wesley Gant.
Yeah, remember when I said that pack had calmed down? Yeah, I lied. They have not stopped. They get back together again, just started right off where they were before.
And
Quite a mess the cars going right now.
Yeah, Clayton kind of stuck in that too.
Looks like Gameforth just made the pass on Neff, but Neff might come back again. He's been really good at the counter attack.
And Clayton trying to get by with them fresh tires. Papala still holding on a second. Adam Baker out front. Going to be 51 laps led this time by if he doesn't come in.
Clayton's still trying to work his way past Neff and Gainforth.
Yeah, he's kind of in. He just made it by now, man. He was kind of in a rough spot there. He's got to be wondering, too, if these guys don't come in. I mean, if he doesn't get up to the leaders and get past them, he's going to be a lap down, as well as Chris Samar, Timothy Lewis, Ron Hollifield, Jeff Glockner.
And these guys all need to start moving, or they got 5 laps to pass the leader.
And Wesley Gant tried for a pass on Neff. He's been watching all the fun up ahead of his side. I want some of that. And tried getting a pass off. Fortunately, didn't manage it. Almost spun Neff and has pulled back a little bit. At a millimeter more, and he would have hit that back rear quarter panel of Neff and sent him on a ride.
It's been a slow ride.
I get the feeling that Neff wouldn't be taking it easy.
Right now, Papala faster this time by about a quarter tenth. 3 laps to go to stage. Does he have anything for him?
Wesley Gant does go by Brian Neff, and so does Mike Grandy. So it's making me wonder if Neff is either slowing down, saving fuel, I thought maybe he was going to try to come in, but he might just be backing off on fuel just a little bit. He does give up that 10th spot.
I have not been hearing him clutching. I'm getting the feeling he might have burnt his tires pretty hard earlier on in this race because he's been fighting since the start of this split.
And look at the 73 of Jeff Sharp in 7th, closing in on 6th place. Joe Mitchell going to look to the inside.
Be able to complete the pass. Looks like Mitchell's going to get the high side advantage.
Sharp's got a pretty clean car too, man, so he might have a little bit more.
He's going to clear Mitchell.
Sharp is going to move into 6th. Joe Mitchell's going to move back to 7th. Let's take a look at Jeff Sharp real quick. Started 16th. Got himself all the way up to 6th. Another good driver out here tonight.
And spots, I think he's the biggest mover for the race.
And Lupa Gonzalez now slowly closing in. Where we at? Oh,
Between Hollefeld, Grandy, and Nat.
Yeah, we had just got on that as they separated.
Yeah, Grandy and Gant were fighting it out for a while, and then just Hollefeld decides, hi, I'm just going to come straight through the middle of both of them.
Move it or lose it, what I call it.
I would grumble if he didn't do it so goddamn smoothly.
We're at stage.
All right, that is stage number 2. Adam Baker going to be your stage winner here tonight. So Adam Baker is going to take the stage in the Sim Racing Apps stage results. 2nd place is Shane Papala. 3rd is Brad Hicks. Kurt Davidson, your last stage winner, will take 4th. Lupa Gonzalez will take 5th. Jeff Sharp moves into 6th. Joe Mitchell in 7th. David Gainforth in 8th. Mike Grandy in 9th. And Wesley Gant will take 10th and get up there in the stages. Not bad, man. Great run so far these guys been having. Him slowing down to catch the pace car here in the backstretch.
Yeah, that 8 to 12 pack has been an absolute joy to watch. They've just been going hammer and tong the whole time. There's been a few close calls and some pretty damn good saves, but it's been mostly damn clean racing.
So we're under caution number 2, and it's because of stage number 2. So these guys have been putting on a really good green flag run here, and not for the lack of racing, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, Adam Baker had his race with Joe Mitchell early. Now he's got the exact same thing with Shape and Parler.
All right, these guys are coming in. We saw Kurt Davidson lead him down the first time and get out first. Adam Baker's going to lead him down. We'll see if Adam Baker's able to get out first here tonight. Adam Baker does have that first stall. It should be to his advantage here. We'll see a lot of pressure coming down pit road now. A lot of these guys have other things on their mind.
Yeah, Baker's got what we would like to call good real estate, or the best of real estates.
And he had a nice smooth stop too. No mess ups, no backing up.
The one thought for this caution definitely has to be fuel, because they got an extra 10 laps they have to save if they're going to try to save it. And I don't know if they're going to be able to stretch that.
It looks like Shane Papala is going to get out second, Brad Hicks, and then maybe Kurt Davidson. We'll see how it officially scores them as they go across.
Which came in the exact same order they came in.
All right, let's go with our... I put something in the wrong spot. Give me 1 second. Let's go with our stage 2 winner, and we'll grab him down here and get a quick word with him. Let's see if we can find him in channel here. Adam Baker, SR Broadcasting, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congratulations on that stage win. Look like you're doing pretty good out there, man. How's the car feeling for you?
Car feels pretty good. I feel like I've got a lot of strength on the long run. That one was fuel mileage there. It was pretty close. I wasn't really clutching or saving too hard, but I know some of those guys back there were, and I think Shane was just trying to stay in the draft. And he was clutch in, but making pretty good time. So that was an exciting end to the stage there.
Yeah, we weren't really sure because we even made a comment that I didn't really think you were taking it easy out there. It looked like you were actually running pretty hard. So really surprised to see you able to make it. But, man, I'll tell you what, we've seen Kurt Davidson take one with a fuel strategy and see you take two with a fuel strategy. He did start on the pole here tonight, so looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, car feels good. Yeah, looking forward to this last stage. It's not really going to be fuel mileage because there's no way anybody can make it. So it's just going to be kind of flat out speed here, and I think I've got some of that tonight.
Yeah, it looks like you definitely do have a fast car out here tonight, and we'll have to keep an eye on you and see how this probably going to be a green flag stop more than likely, so we'll have to see if you're able to keep it together, stop in that stall without having to make any backups or corrections, and get back out in the front.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
All right, man. Hey, and we just want to give you a quick shout out. We're using the overlay, the Adam Baker Designs overlay. It looks pretty good. It's working pretty good. We're going to wait for some comments, but we told everybody about it, and we wanted to say thank you, man, and wish you the best of luck tonight.
Hey, no problem. Glad it's working out for you. Catch you later.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, that was Adam Baker, your second stage winner, and he started on the pole here tonight. You heard him, man. It's going to be all out now.
I think when he said he's going to be the fastest one there, I swear some guys are going to be taking that as a challenge. Can we eat the fuel out?
That confirms the suspicion. I didn't think they would be able to make it, but I didn't want to eat my words and see Adam Baker stretch it again.
Yeah, you heard him say he was pretty close right there. So, and he wasn't really saving. I mean, I really don't think there was any way he could have been saving with Shane that close to him.
The moment you let go of the gas, Shane would have eaten them up in seconds.
All right, we're getting ready to fire these guys up one more time. Both stages are done. Now we're looking for the checkered flag at lap 145. Adam Baker on the inside. Shane Papala on the outside. Adam Baker is right back on the throttle. Let's see what these guys got for him. Shane Papala goes to second. Brad Hicks does move to third. Kurt Davidson fourth. Jeff Sharp right now sitting in fifth. We'll have to keep an eye on the 89 of Shane Papala because, like I said, on the starts, you don't really see him get the run that he wants. But give him about 6, 7, 8 laps, and he'll probably be back on the bumper of Adam Baker. We got a bunch going at it a little bit further back here. Looked like we were almost 4 wide.
Things are a little bit messy further back. Wesley Grant hit the wall, and then Neff hit the back of him. I think we also saw
contact. And it looks like Gant, he does hang on to it. Wow, I don't know how he saved it on that one. I'm going to back it up real quick. Got to take a look at that.
And this restart's been a little bit sloppy in that middle pack. Everyone's been a bit too packed up together.
And Shane Papala right there to the back bumper of Adam Baker. See if he can do anything with it or he's just going to give him pressure. Joe Mitchell right now shuffled back to 11. David Gainforth in 10th. Chris Simard up to 9th. So Chris Simard able to get back on the lead lap and get that car dialed back in. Jay Felton, and that's the 66 of Tom Clayton. He's a lap down. Brian Neff looking underneath the 53 of Lupe Gonzalez for 6th place.
So the field's broken up into about 2 or 3 different packs. The front 4 cars have just taken off like rockets.
Oh, Shane Papala makes contact with Adam Baker. Oh, and they both save it. It's going to hurt both of them. That's going to give the lead up to Brad Hicks. That was a great save right there by both of those drivers.
I will say Papala has gotten past Baker's. Does that count as a win?
If we were going to the checkers, it would be. Look at that, man. One more time, got to take a quick look at that.
Oh, and Bacon just got a bit of a rear end shot from Neff as well. Like Neff came around his rear and gave him a bit of a grind. Almost spun him, I think, if it was a little bit closer.
Wow, I can't believe they made it through there. So Baker gets shuffled back now to 6th, and they're fighting hard a little bit further back. Tom Clayton in the 66, a lap down, being pressured by the 77 of Chris Samard.
That got a little bit messy there. Samard just saying, get out of the way.
Yeah, you know, he's like, dude, you're a lap down, move. Chris Samard had a good start here tonight. It definitely has a good car, so now he's back on the lead lap. He wants something to do with it. And it looks like it's in fairly clean shape, too, so he's just looking for some spots. He's going to go around Brian Neff right here and try to take 6th. Go back up here, Kurt Davidson and Brad Hicks. Brad Hicks out front, Kurt Davidson sitting in 2nd. You go back a little bit, we have Shane Papala in 4th, and Lupa Gonzalez and Adam Baker for 5th. And it looks like Jay Felton and Tom Clayton almost had a little incident going on.
They had a little bit of rubbing going on a couple of corners back.
And right now, I believe, is Tom Clayton your first car? Yeah, it's your first car lap down. So as long as he can keep it out of trouble if a caution does come out. And Jeff Sharp now going, or is that Shane Papala going past Jeff Sharp?
That's Papala passing.
And now Papala did it on the outside. Here comes Adam Baker now. Look like they gathered it up and doing pretty good, getting back towards the front. You know, they both have 2 fast cars here tonight. Adam Baker has to tuck it back in behind Jeff Sharp for a minute. They're going to take it 3 wide. Lupa Gonzalez going to take it down low. And he'll back out of it just a little bit and stay behind Adam Baker. But here comes Samard now.
Lupe's trying to hold on to Baker and try and get some drag to the front.
Wow, what a race. Side by side, Samard and Gonzalez. Gonzalez down low, Chris Samard up high.
Gotta say, after all that mess with Shea Papala and Baker, Papala's already back right up on 2nd now, and Baker's not far behind him.
That's just amazing.
Looks like they're about 2 a second faster than the first and 2nd cars.
Yeah, and look at Papala just closing in right now on the 41 of Kurt Davidson.
And look at Baker closing on Papala.
They just got to be smart. Man, I know that, you know, everybody jumps to the inside, but I think at this point I'd be trying to run the outside to get by them, but it's hard, man. Here goes Papala looking to the inside of Kurt Davidson. Gonna tuck it in behind him one more time. And that lets Adam Baker close right up now on Shane Papala. Papala just has nowhere to go. But he'll get on the inside of Kurt Davidson here going into 1, see if he's able to power by, or will Kurt Davidson get the run out?
Here's Baker as well.
And they're drag racing it. Baker went to go push Papala. I think he thought better of it. You saw him jump on the outside.
I ain't gonna push you. You put me. You crashed into me.
And it looks like they're on the outside now of Kurt Davidson, so that may hurt Kurt Davidson there because we saw the inside line really can't hold on as good as the outside line on exit.
I think Kurt saw what's going on behind us. Like discretion's the better part of valor here. You guys have your fight. Go fight each other. Maybe you can kill each other, and I'll get first later on.
Look at Kurt Davidson try to power back on the inside right there. Brad Hicks takes it down low. Shane Papala to the outside. Oh, it looked like we were going to go 3 wide. Looked like Adam Baker was getting ready to thread it, man.
Yeah, you can see the difference in speed between those two sets of cars. You got Kurt Hicks driving, no worries. And you almost saw Baker and Shane Papala just drive past them like they didn't even exist. They're just sitting still. And
look at Shane Papala now with 1 lap led up in the front where he wanted to be. Adam Baker sitting in second. We saw these guys get into each other a little bit, lose a bunch of spots, and back to the front one more time.
We got Brad Hicks and Kurt Davidson both going in the pits together.
Pull up our pit timer here. Timothy Lewis in the pits, 14.6. He'll be leaving his stall.
A bit of a 3-way fight going on between Samard, Gonzalez, and Sharp. They were fighting for about 5th to 7th, but now it's 3rd to 5th. Then you got Gonzalez right on the tail of Samard. He hasn't got gone for the pass yet, but he's right up there.
And we used to see Lupe Gonzalez, he would not qualify. He would start in the rear last season and come out with a championship and a bunch of wins. A little bit different this season. He's been qualifying. We weren't really used to seeing that out of him. And here comes Adam Baker still behind Papala, trying to find a way by. I believe Baker now is feeling the effects that Papala felt while Baker was up in the lead.
Yeah, just nowhere to pass. You gotta really get that low line speed because you're never going to get the high line if the guy in front is paying attention.
And we know Baker can hold it down there low. He'll throw that sucker in.
He's just going to make the pass stick, so the more he tries, the more he's going to burn his tires, while Papala just laughs it up.
Let's see, Gonzalez in 4th, Jeff Sharp in 5th. Oh, Gonzalez coming into the pits. Let's go back here to Brian Neff. Oh, sorry, I grabbed Jay Felton. Brian Neff now jumps to 5th. Jay Felton in at number 9 is in 6th. David Gainforth in 7th. Joe Mitchell in 8th. Wesley Gant able to hang on in 9th. And Mike Grandy in your top 10.
Don't know if you could call it blocking, but probably just trying to get the best line. A little bit of weaving between Baker and Papala. Oh, hello, we got a yellow.
Caution is out.
Joe Mitchell.
Let's go back and see what happened with Joe here on this one.
Looks like he had an impact with David Gainforth.
See if we can see what happened here. We see Joe Mitchell behind Gainforth. Ooh, got to take a better look at that. Let's take a different camera here.
I think Mitchell's going to try and drive him further up, but Mitchell and Gainforth didn't know he was alongside.
Yeah, it's going to hurt Joe.
There's been a few other victims as well.
All right, this is going to change some things here now. So I believe Shane Papala going to bring these guys down pit road.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jeff Glockner was a bit of a victim of that as well. In avoiding Mitchell, he did a bit of a knock on the wall. Don't know if he got much damage, but definitely something maybe.
Let's see who gets to be the first one out here. And if anybody stays out. I know we have a couple of lap down cars that are out there right now. But Shane Papala with a good stop.
Brad Hicks and Kurt Davidson, they only pitted a couple of laps back, and so this is played right into their hands.
See, but now you got to watch them because they will come in with 1 to go sometimes and recap on fuel. Shane Papala does get out in front of Adam Baker, Chris Samard, and Jeff Sharp. We'll see how iRace is going to score this. I believe Tom Clayton was the first car lap down, so he should get the wave around.
I will say, well, Kurt Davidson and Brad Hicks probably gained a little bit out of that from him, for sure. There's only one car between them and Shane Papala, so while they did gain, I think they're going to lose it pretty damn quick.
Yeah. And I mean, the speed that Shane and Adam have is just ridiculous.
So what can you do with that? You can try playing tactics, but in the end, they're probably going to catch you anyway.
We'll just have to keep an eye on Kurt Davidson and Brad Hicks, because like I said, you may see them come in with one to go and re-top with fuel. 115, 116 laps, 145 laps total. They should be good to go from here, so not really going to be an advantage, I guess. Are you watching? Sorry, you're watching the Top City Travel, topcitytravel.com, Kentucky Speedway 145.
Well, it's definitely helped Kurt Davidson and Hicks a little bit. I think at the end it's going to cost them a lot more because they're probably going to try and save and extend it as long as they can. But now they've got ready to go Baker and Papala right behind them. Fresh tyres, full tanks of fuel, they can go all the way to the end. Kind of shot their plan in the foot if that's what their plan was.
Yeah, we saw them before. Papala and Baker get into each other, lose a bunch of spots, gather it back up, and come back and pass those guys for the lead. So let's see, we have...
I think the one hope in Kurt Davidson and Brad Hicks' mind is that Papala and Baker will just keep fighting so hard that they might end up killing each other.
Well, you know what? The way it's being scored right now, Papala's still your leader. Davidson and Brad Hicks going to have to take the wave around here. They're going to end up going to the tail end of the longest line here.
Huh.
I was waiting to see if iRace was going to rescore it, but no, those guys are on the wave around lap. So they are on the lead lap, but they're all the way at the tail end of the field. So what you got here is Shane Papala, your leader, Adam Baker second.
I guess my Australian mind just cannot cope with how the tracks go.
No, you know what? I thought the same thing too, and I kept waiting for it to update here on the information ticker here, but it wouldn't update. So I started looking, and when I saw the numbers, I was like, oh no, they're waiting for a wave around here. So it's kind of good that they just pitted and got tires and fuel, because with the wave around they cannot go in and get tires and fuel. So they're probably now going to hope for another caution, try and get a little bit more fresher tires on there, starting that far back. Lights are out. Shane Papala on the inside, waiting for the pace car to go in. We'll see if Shane Papala waits for the green or if he's going to jump it. And they can go anytime. And Papala on that pedal. And look at the inside line there, man. Those guys were not ready.
The only one ready at that inside line was Chris Samard. He actually managed to get past Baker on that start.
And look at Samard. He went from 2 laps down to second place. So Samard definitely has a fast car here tonight. We'll see if he has anything for Adam Baker. Unfortunately, Samard is stuck down in the inside.
Fortune giveth and fortune taken away.
I'll tell you what, he put on a good battle right here to go from 2 laps down to get all the way back up to second. And I believe he did start second here tonight. Yep, started second, currently sitting in third. And Papala with a pretty good run going right now. He's got a little bit of space in between him and Adam Baker. I'm sure he was hoping those guys would battle it out just a little bit longer than what they did. Tom Clayton right now looking underneath the 12 of Mike Grandy for 7th.
He just flew past him. He set up on the corner before and just took him. I think Grandy's lost a lot of speed somewhere, not quite sure where.
Yeah, he's got that right front damage too.
Yeah.
And it looks like Adam Baker starting to close that gap just a little bit. Oh, I see something going on back here with Jay Felton and these guys. I'm sorry, not Jay Felton. Mike Grandy, the 70 of Larry Holloway, the 10 Wesley Gant, the 24, Jeff Glockner, and the 101 of David Gainforth. Man, these guys are stuck together right here.
Yeah, they're all mixed up together. You got lap cars and cars on the lead lap all duking it out. There's like 2 different fighting pairs going on in there.
Hey,
Make that.
look at the 12 almost into the back of the 10 there. And Brad Hicks in 13th. Timothy Lewis in 14th. Kurt Davidson does move up to 12th. He's going to catch himself here with these guys. Somebody going down pit road. Lupa Gonzalez. I wonder if he's got damage. I wonder what happened with Lupa Gonzalez, because I thought he just came in under that caution.
Adam Baker made it past Chris Samard, and he's actually already trying to fight for shape of Parla for the lead, going right on the inside. That man is fast.
Oh, contact. Baker's got a little bit of right front damage from that contact, but they do keep it going straight. And these guys got the gloves off now.
He's trying to make the inside line work. Even with that bump, pushing Shea out a little bit, just not enough.
Nope, and here comes Samard trying to get by now.
Yeah, Samard knows you're not going to try to go for the inside. Try and get in the outside of him. Unfortunately, Adam just closed that door and just nothing he can do.
Yeah, and you see Chris Samard's car, he hit that bump just right, man. That car really launched going into that turn. Let's jump inside with Samard real quick. Let's jump on his roof, and we'll run it from the roof cam for a lap or two. I feel bad Curtis had to step away. Wasn't feeling too good. I get it.
Yeah, Mike Graney's been falling back pretty hard. He went from like, I don't know, 8th-ish. He's now back to 13th, and he's still falling.
Yeah, that right front damage has got to really be hurting him. He might have made some more contact with the wall that we didn't see and maybe bent the toe or something on that car.
That's a shame. He's just falling back.
Lupa Gonzalez is back out. He is 1 lap down in 16th. First car lap down is the 24 of Jeff Glockner. So should a yellow come out, he will get the wave around if he can hold on to that spot.
Good little brawl between Brian Neff and Tom Clayton. They're fighting out for 6th.
Clayton on the outside, Neff on the inside.
Neff does like that inside line, so while we all say the inside isn't quite good enough, Neff has been making magic work down there.
Oh, he's a good short track driver, so I'm not surprised to see him trying to keep that car down low.
He feels at home.
I think if it's not sideways, he's not happy.
To be fair, he's actually managing it pretty well down there. Like, you'd expect he'd lose out on the run, but every time he just seems like
Oh, somebody's going around. Jeff Glockner to the inside wall. Oh, man. Let's go back and see what happened with him. Jeff Glockner's going to tow. Let's go back and see if he just lost it coming out. He is going to tow back to the pits. And 24 come out. Oh, he makes contact with the outside wall and a hard hit to the inside.
Yeah, I think he just pushed a little bit too hard trying to gain speed and just left and just sent it into the walls.
Yeah, and SoMo Racing League here has a 5-minute damage clock too that's run by the Sim Racing app. So if you got 5 minutes mandatory damage, the Sim Racing app is going to park you for the night. There is no way around it. If you have more than 5 minutes optional damage, though, you can come in many times as you want and get it fixed as long as you don't sit longer than 5 minutes. You sit 5 minutes in it, it'll give you a 30-second warning, and if you don't pull out, it is going to park you for the night. So I'm sure with a hit like that, I believe Jeff knows he's going to have more than 5 minutes damage.
And pretty much everyone, except for a few cars, are going into the pits.
If I was there, it wouldn't matter what position I'm in. I'm going into pits. I'm getting 4 tires, maybe a splash of fuel while I'm sitting, and I'm going to go.
Looks like Holyfield got the wave run.
Was he the, I believe he was the first car. Also, Lupa Gonzalez may take a wave around because I see him being shown at the end of the field in time-wise. Oh, Shane Papala able to get out in front of Adam Baker.
A few little bits of movement around the field after the pits, like mostly singular places, but roughly he's come out in the same shape it came in.
101 of David Gainforth is going to get 7 so far right here. Brad Hicks 8th, Kurt Davidson 9th. And that's what Brad Hicks and Kurt Davidson really needed. One more pit stop to even out the field a little bit with the tires, you know. They do have a pretty fast car. I just don't think anybody has anything for Shane Papalo or Adam Baker at this point. Chris Samard may, but even in the beginning of the run, when they first started the race, he stayed with them for a little bit, but they were able to move away.
One real loser out of that pit lane was Brian Neff. I think he lost a couple of positions there. Everyone else kind of shaked out where they wanted to, but it looks like he fell right back.
And it looks like the 70 of Larry Holloway and the 53 Lupa Gonzalez are going to stay out and take a wave around.
Oh, yeah, Brian Neff lost about 6 positions in that pit stop.
Yeah, Brian Neff right now, let me see when he... Looks like he's going to be scored in 13th.
Yeah, he came in 7th, came out in 13th. That's a brutal.
I wonder if he stayed to get some damage fixed, maybe. Because it looks like he's got the front end a little bit beat out. It's not as crunched in as it was before.
Yeah, that or maybe missed the stall.
That's true. So Lupa Gonzalez, Larry Holloway gonna get back on the lead lap. And looks like Joe Mitchell is in the garage. Jeff Glockner in the garage. Stephen Parks, Travis Wall, and Jay Dubuque. So we only have 5 drivers that are off the field right now.
Yeah, Jeff Glockner pulled it in, and looks like Joe Mitchell was disqualified.
Yeah, that's the 5-minute damage clock.
Oh, gotcha.
It'll disqualify you. It won't take your points away, and it won't throw you out of the server, so you can stay if you're spotting for somebody or you want to stay and watch. But what I like about it is it's not up to the driver to be honest and park it with 5 minutes damage. Regardless of what they want to do, Sim Racing Apps controls it. It sees the time. If it's 5 minutes, boom, see ya.
That's good answer, including myself.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing right there. Also, the Sim Racing app controls the stages too, so that's even better. Admins don't have to sit there worrying about throwing cautions for the stages.
Yeah, I thought we had a press the button. That ruins the enchantment for me, man.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Kurt Davidson in the number 41 was actually the one that put that all together. And I'll tell you what, man, it's wonderful having that.
I have to root for Kurt a little bit harder now, then.
All right, so we've only had 7 lead changes. We're on the caution number 4. We have 15 laps left. This is going to be a fight to the finish here. I don't know if we've seen our last caution yet.
I will say, no matter how many cautions we have, unless things drastically change, the front 2 are going to be fighting it out till the end. There's going to be no space given.
So Papala on the inside, pace cars in. Papala hits that pedal. Adam Baker on the outside. Chris Samard going to try to get back down and grab that spot if he can from Baker, but I don't know if he's going to do it.
Best time to do it was on these starts. And Chris Samard, once again, like good start off the pace lap. Takes 2nd place, but the question is, I don't think he's going to be able to hold it from Baker. Baker's going to rush past and get him in seconds.
Yeah, it's hard to stay down there. It looked like he should have tried to drift that car up a little bit quicker, but you never know, man. This is go time. Start doing.
A little bit of impact back further back with Jay Felton and Tom Clayton. That pack is really busy.
Yeah, they are busy.
For a while there, they were nearly running. Like,
wow.
definitely getting close.
Wow, look, the 4 of Timothy Lewis almost into the back of the 86 of Brad Hicks, man. They are moving.
Ooh, Mike Randy almost spun Brian Neff there. I think Netco just saved him because like Randy was like weaving left and right and almost took him out. Randy's just falling back, just constantly back.
And here comes Baker looking to try to get second place again. If you're Shane Papala, you want to see those guys fight it out.
Oh yeah, but we all know it's not a matter of if, but when.
Go back here a little bit with Kurt Davidson and the one-on-one of David Gameforth now for 8th place. Davidson on the outside. Gameforth down on the inside.
A little bit of a fight between Clayton and Felton for 5th. Felton's on the outside and Clayton's on the inside, and he almost made the stick.
Did they make contact there?
I don't think so. It got pretty close, but I think what's his name?
Felton or Clayton?
Yeah, I think Felton thought better, but he started backing it off a little bit.
Yeah, or maybe jump up just a little bit.
Yeah. Good drive.
Here comes Brad Hicks now in that number 86. Yeah, David Gameforth in that 101 celebrating a birthday.
Happy birthday, mate.
He's having a good run. Go right behind him, Brian Neff and Timothy Lewis. Side by side for 10th.
They've been side by side for about a lap or two right now. They've been fighting it out.
And Neff that time on the outside. Go back up here, Felton, Clayton, whoa! Clayton ducked it down underneath the line and slid it all the way up the track. And thankfully, nobody was there. So Baker.
I'll give us a bit of obvious news for everyone. Baker has completed the fastest we expected.
And look at though, Samard fighting back hard on the inside, gonna try to slide it up.
Not bad.
Wow. Baker into the wall.
Yeah, a bit of a scuff in the wall there. I don't think he's gonna take too much damage from that, but that's a little bit of a surprise.
I tell you,
Paul probably saw that in his mirror. He's like, yes.
8 laps to go, man. That's what he wants to see. Spread that distance out. Those guys got to fight it out a little bit more. I tell you, Samard at the end here, man. He's going to pull all the stops.
Hey, Kurt Davidson, the guy who was doing fuel saving in the first sector. Now he's playing aggressive, and he's trying to fight for 7th with Jay Felton.
Yeah, well, you heard Kurt Davidson. He's not really running for points. He's just out here for a win.
Well, he's definitely making a fight for Felton. He's just going to get the right position for it. And meanwhile, the melee continues back in 9th to 11th between Gameforth, Neff, and Lewis. The single file now, but they've been fighting us since the start of the race, and I think it's going to end. Check the flag, and they'll still be fighting.
They're going to fight it all the way back to the pits.
Currently down the front stretch, Baker and Samard are going at it.
Gave me a heart attack, buddy.
Yeah, voice came from my right ear.
And Adam Baker right now back to the back bumper of Samard. Gonna be 5 laps to go this time by. Shane Papala out front. Shane's got 33 laps led that time by. Side by side is Baker and Samard. The longer they fight it out.
How much is Papala paid Samard to really give Baker a fight? Because like, last sector, Samard just got passed by Baker in seconds, but now he's really making him fight for it. Meanwhile, Papala's just driving off.
Hey, currently, but it looks like Baker's finally gotten past Papala. He's got a little bit of time to make up. 3 laps to go.
But remember that fast line is that high line.
Baker dives in. Samard trying to get in on the high side, but he's not going to quite have enough to get there. Baker's going to pull away from Samard.
That could have been messy. Good driving from both of them.
All right, we'll be coming to 3 laps to go this time. See if Shane Papala can hang on to it. Keep Adam Baker behind him. Definitely going to be driving that car wide if Adam Baker gets close.
Elbows out.
Let's see. Let's put on our 3-car battle for the top 3 right here. Shane Papala out front. Adam Baker second, and Chris Samard third.
Even fighting Samard, he was a full 0.1 second faster than Papala was.
And if Papala is to win, he's gonna have to make that car a 1.5 feet bigger on each side.
Yeah, he's got
nothing stopping Baker from getting to his back bumper.
He's got 5 wins. I know he wants to make it 6.
Probably against the rules, pop your doors open, but he might want to start doing that.
You got a water bottle. You better start throwing it out the window now.
Philiazzi stock cars don't have doors.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Baker brings in within a car length. Is he going to be able to make the pass? White flag this time by Papala and Baker battling for first place. Samard
nice
third on the outside looking in.
Nice little fight for 4th, 5th, and 6th between Sharp, Clayton, and Hicks.
Baker looking down low.
It's a little bit of the apron, gets a good run. He's not going to be there. He's got one more set of corners to be able to make the pass on Papala. Can he do it, or does Papala hold him off? Baker dives it in hard. Papala on the high side, Baker on the low side. Papala gets a good run out, but he's going to run high. Get
into the wall. Oh!
Side by side, drag race to the line.
Wow. Who's got it? Papala. Wow. That was amazing right there.
Wow. What a finish and what a run.
Wow.
The right side anyway.
That was just slowing him down a little bit.
We had an instant further back. Oh, a big one too. Timothy Lewis in 11th.
Wow.
Was limping it to the line there.
Yeah, he scraped the wall, lost control, and yeah, physics happened.
Oh.
Wow. Well, there's your winner right there. Shane Papala, number 89, started 8th. He has 38 laps led. What a finish at the end between him and Adam Baker. That was just insane.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Wow, we'll let these guys gather it up real quick, and then we'll go 3, 2, 1. We'll get some driver interviews out here and see what these guys got to say about tonight's race. Next week, they will be at New Hampshire. It'll be a little bit of a different scene, short tracking, hard racing, hot tempers. So don't forget to tune in next Wednesday, 8:45. Watch these guys race at New Hampshire Speedway. Should be, I believe it's 150 laps there, too.
Short track, you might lose me for a week.
Yeah, you want to be out there running, don't you?
Kinda.
Gotta say, Timothy Lewis lost a handful of positions there. Hit the wall, physics happens, and he's gone from I think it was 10th to 20th.
All right, let's get a word in with, let me see if we can find Chris Samard, your 3rd place finisher here. Hey, Chris Samard, Paul up in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Wow, dude, talk about a crazy night for you, man. You started 2nd. I believe you were at 1 point 2 laps down and back here fighting for the win, man. Run us through your night.
Oh man, I just had a brain fade moment in the pits, and I sped coming out, and it put me a couple laps down. And luckily, I was only 1 lap down when the caution came out, and I was able to get my lap back in the 2nd stage, and then that last stage was crazy. I'm worn out.
I'll tell you what, man. We saw you started in 2nd. You had a good start. We saw you keeping up with Adam Baker and Shane Papala there for a while, and kind of fell off a little bit in the beginning. And then back towards the end, this last run here, we said you might be the only other car that might have something for them, and I had a feeling you were going to pull out all the stops, man. What a battle you and Adam Baker were having there at the end, man. Did you think with you guys fighting side by side that Shane was going to get away and just not be able to be caught?
Yeah, I kind of thought that, but coming down to the end there, it was time to go. I didn't want to let anyone by, so I tried my best to keep the 48 behind me. I kind of ran him up close to the wall there one time, and he hit the wall. But I don't know, it was just real hard racing, I guess. I apologize for that, I guess, but it was crazy. And then at the end, if I had known they were going to hit each other and hit the wall there, I probably would have drove a little bit different off the corner there, because I drove as hard as I could and hit the wall. I might have gotten that victory because they were going pretty slow. So.
Yeah, they were that last run right there. I wasn't sure what was going to happen when they made contact, man. But I'll tell you what, definitely an exciting race, exciting finish right there, man. You had us going up here. And it's good to see you have a great recovery, man, from starting second, going a couple laps down, and getting back here to finish third. I mean, dude, that was definitely a great run for you tonight.
Yeah, it was fun. I gotta stop these little stupid mistakes. I've been making them a lot lately. So especially pit road and pit exit. It wasn't even pit entrance. It was pit exit. So I gotta clean those up. And hopefully I'll get a win sometime. I'm just happy to be up here talking to you guys, because the past bunch of races it hasn't gone very well. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say the luck hasn't been too happy on you lately, but I'll tell you what, this might be the start of something good. Next week, New Hampshire. How you feel about going there? Total different than tonight.
Yeah, it's a different track. I love it though. It's my home track, so I don't want to sell anything for. I think I can win there, so I don't want to sound too what's the word? I can't think of it, but I run pretty good there, so it's my favorite track. Hopefully I'll do well. So.
Well, you're a good driver. We know that, man, and we know you're fast, and definitely a contender for the chase. So we'll be looking forward to see what you got there next week. Great recovery tonight, man. I know it ain't the win, but a third place finish after all you've been through, dude. That's just amazing. Before we let you get out of here and go celebrate, anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys, SR Broadcasting. You in the booth, you do a great job, Paul. Top City Travel, Coffee and Glitter Mom. There's a bunch of Portside Jaguar. There's a bunch of sponsors that help us out and makes the league run good. So, and my wife and son.
Yeah, we see the wild man. All right, buddy. Congratulations, and we'll see what you got next week.
All right, Paul. Thank you.
All right. All right. That was your third place driver right there, Chris Samard. Let's go to second place, Adam Baker. One of you guys want Adam? I'll pull him up here.
Nate can have it. I missed the third stage.
Nope. You take it, man. Sorry. Good stuff going on.
All right. Adam Baker, you got the booth again up here, man. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Wow, dude. I don't even know what to say. Run us through that end run there, man. Those last final laps.
I was just trying to get there so I could, at least have a shot at it. Kind of felt like I got a little bit screwed earlier when Shane got into me the first time. Just lost too much track position, and then when you're restarting on the outside, it's just so hard to stay with the leader when he goes. And I lost a spot to Chris there at the end, and it was really tight racing with him. It was just super hard to pass anywhere. You could pass on the inside. You had to kind of make a dive bomb move, and Chris and I did that to each other a few times, and finally got the clear on him, and then I just had to try and chase down Shane, and we got there, and he made a mistake coming out of turn 4, and if I had gone low, I probably would have beat him, but I was trying not to run into him, and went high and just he barely edged me.
Well,
Pretty intense though. I'm still shaking a little bit.
I'll tell you what, man. Earlier on, when you guys, when he got into the back of you and the both of you got kind of stuck together, First of all, we were amazed that you guys didn't wreck and were able to get back out on the track and then eventually get back up to 1 and 2. I mean, that was just some crazy driving there, man. What a battle there at the end, bro. I mean, that's just insane. I don't think anybody really had anything for you guys tonight. Chris Samard had a pretty strong car there, but in the beginning we saw he wasn't really able to stay with you, although the end, you pull out all the stops. But, man, what an exciting race. I know it's disappointing for you to take second after starting on the pole and having a whole bunch of laps led, but, man, from our perspective, dude, I mean, it was just nonstop.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to running second. I think that's probably about my 10th second place finish. Situations just keep coming up like that throughout the year, but you just got to move on, and the best way to move on is to win another race, and we'll come out here tomorrow night and then next week and try and do that.
And next week, New Hampshire, man. How do you feel about going to a little bit smaller track now?
It's not my strongest track by any means. I usually run okay there. I haven't tested, very recently. I think the last time I ran there was during the chase last year. So we'll see how the car feels. I definitely like that track more in like the modifieds or the smaller cars. The Cup cars are a handful there, and it can be pretty tough and just a long race. But hopefully the setup turns out pretty good, and we got a good race.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Hopefully he's got a good setup there, and that'll make all the difference. But anyhow, man, you started on the pole. I know it's not the win, but you do take second after some real heavy battling tonight, man. I don't know, dude. It's just I was on the edge of the seat. You got the stage 2 win. Definitely locked into the chase. So we'll keep an eye on you next week, see where you go from there. See if you can bring it back, take a victory for next week, and keep it going forward. Before we let you get out of here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you up there in the booth at SR Broadcasting. I'd like to thank all the admins, all the drivers in the league for putting on these great races. It's pretty rare when you can find people that you can run that hard with, and even if you do get together, you don't end up wrecking. So it's quite a testament to the drivers we've got. I'd like to thank my teammates at MB Motorsports, the sponsors for the league, the series, and the race, and then all the fans that came out and watched.
Awesome, bro. All right, man. Good talking with you, and we'll see what you got next week.
All right, thank you.
All right. All right, that was Adam Baker, finished second here tonight. We're going to grab our winner, Mr. Shane Papala, in a second, and we'll have a word with him. Let me get rid of something here. You want me to take him, or do you any of you guys want him?
I don't think Nate wants one. I would, but I missed the entire third stage.
All right, let me find him here. All right, Shane Papala, this is SR Broadcasting Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Dude, I don't even know what to say, man. You were on fire. What a battle you guys had, man. We see it all the time. That car comes to life after a couple of laps, man. Walk us through your race here, man.
I mean, yeah, it was great to go up there and battle Adam. I feel terrible. I didn't want to get into him like that, and that's not how I try to race or pass people. We were just battling so close, and just a little bit of contact sent us both spinning. I'm amazed we both saved it. So, I mean, he's a hell of a driver, so we both, to save it was pretty incredible being down on the grass and everything. But aside from that, I thought it was pretty fast. Definitely thought I had a top 2 or 3 car, and it just played out there at the end. I did a little too much mirror driving going into 3, missed my mark, hit the wall, and luckily slid in front of him coming to the line. But again, I hated getting into him like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, we were surprised up here watching you guys get into each other, almost get stuck together and off the track, and then get back out, eventually run those guys down and get back into 1 and 2, man. We were just like, wow, there's no touching you guys tonight. You had a great car out there tonight, man. We see all the time, too, and I don't know, if it's something you can confirm or not, but on the starts, it just seems like your car isn't perfect on the start, But man, 6-7 laps later, that car comes to life, dude. You're just like, it's like a whole different car.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I can't get going right off the first 2 or 3 laps. But once I get in my rhythm and kind of get set, and I can start picking guys off, and I just feel more comfortable after a few laps.
I believe this is going to be win number 6 here in the Top City Travel B Series for you, man. Definitely going to be a good testament to take into the chase. Next week, we're going to be at New Hampshire, a little bit different than tonight's track. How you feeling about going to something a little bit smaller?
Well, unfortunately, I won't be there next week. I'm doing a family vacation, so I'm going to have to miss the Cup races and Xfinity race next week. But I'll be back the following week after that.
Well, I'll tell you what, you couldn't ask for a better one to miss anyway. And you're locked into the chase, so you really don't have any worries, man. But I'll tell you what, dude, what an exciting race. It was so much fun to watch. It was just amazing to see you guys battle it out. And even in the beginning, watching Kurt Davidson run that fuel strategy out to get the stage 1 win, and then you guys run a fuel strategy again for stage 2, man. It was just anybody's game. But you and Adam were definitely the fastest cars out there tonight. And what a great battle between the both of you, man. Good to see you come out of here with the win. 38 laps led. You started 8th, man. That's definitely on fire.
Yeah, again, like I said, hated that we got into each other, but it was a great race all the way around. Otherwise, get out front and lead some laps. The last couple of weeks have been kind of hit and miss, so it's kind of nice to get back in the rhythm again, get in the 1.5 miles, and we got another win.
All right, buddy. Listen, congratulations. Before we let you get out of here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, definitely got to thank SoMo Racing League, you and all the admins, and SR Broadcasting. You do a great job broadcasting all the races. All my teammates at SK Motorsports, and of course, got to thank CoffeeAndGlitterMom.com for being one of my sponsors, and my beautiful wife for letting me have my hobbies and have some fun.
Awesome, man. All right, well, listen, go celebrate your victory. Have yourself a good vacation, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks back here on track. See if you can back up the win, man.
All right, Paul. Thank you very much.
All right. All right, that was Shane Papali, your winner here tonight. 38 laps led, started 8th. Man, dude, I'm telling you, what a race that was at the end. I don't know about you, but I was excited.
Oh, definitely. The last, I think I came back with like 13 laps to go and was watching a bit, and the racing was amazing. No one was giving anything back, and even the contact at the end, no one made contact. The leader didn't try to hit the car in second. No one tried to hit each other. It was great.
Yeah, like the first 2 sectors were nice and clean, but the third sector, everyone started racing really hard and just ended up with a few little incidents, but makes it honestly quite entertaining to watch.
Wow, I am sweating just watching, man. All right, anyhow, next week is New Hampshire. I believe there'll be 150 laps at New Hampshire next Wednesday night. So 8:45, you want to come see some more good racing with these guys here at SoMo on the Top City Travel B Series, come tune in at 8:45. And we'll go over the results here, and then we're going to pack it up and get out of here, man. Kurt, glad you're able to come back. Appreciate you coming in and stopping in. I know you ain't feeling that great, and work's been killing you, man. But I do appreciate you stopping in with us, man. Definitely a lot better having somebody up here, you know.
No problem. What's overtime with a little bit more overtime?
All right, so we had 7 lead changes, 4 cautions. 2 of them were for stages, 2 of them were for actual cautions. Stage 1 winner was Kurt Davidson. Stage 2 winner was Adam Baker. And the winner of the race is Shane Papala in the number 89. He leads 38 laps, takes home the win. Let's go over the results, and we'll pack it up. Shane Papali, your winner. He takes home first. Adam Baker will take home second. Adam Baker started on the pole. Chris Samard, coming back from 2 laps down, will finish third. Jeff Sharp, with a great run, finishes fourth. Brad Hicks will finish fifth. Tom Clayton will take home sixth. Seventh goes to Jay Felton. Kurt Davidson, your stage 1 winner, will take eighth. David Gainforth will take ninth. Brian Neff will take 10th. 11th is Wesley Gant. 12th is Lupe Gonzalez. 13th goes to Ron Hollyfield. Mike Grandy will finish 14th. Timothy Lewis finishes 15th. 16th is Larry Holloway. 24th to Jeff Glockner. Joe Mitchell, the number 18, will finish 18th. Stephen Parks will finish 19th. Travis Wall will finish 20th. And I believe that is it. And Jay Dubuque, who did not start the race here tonight. All right, Nathaniel, from across the other side of the world, man, I'm glad you could take time out of your busy day because it's daytime there right now. Am I right?
Yeah, it's just reached midday, brother.
Yeah, so I appreciate you taking your time out and coming out and doing this with us. We really enjoy hanging out with you. It's good to meet you and be able to get to know you a lot better, man. Hopefully we'll see you out here with us again next week. We will be at New Hampshire. Curtis, Nathaniel, take care, be safe, and we'll see you all next week.
See you guys next week.
Peace.